Hey guys, what's going on here? I don't know. I got a little lighting here, but I don't know. This will be fine though. So congratulations to all of you HOSA kids and everything going to the states and your competition. You guys did a really good job. Yeah, there we go. We got a little bit more lighting here, but I know you don't need to see my face anyway. I'm going to go over all the stuff that I went over, of course, upstairs at Witherspoon Apush 1.5. Try to follow the script. You get the addition of some of the things here. I got some stuff printed on the PowerPoint. And I know some of you guys are going to say in the future, well, Mr. Price, why don't you do that in the future and have it up there like on there? I'm not going to do that. It's more of a discussion and follow up. You guys have to kind of, kind of capture what like I'm talking about. You take the notes from that. Get used to sometimes traditional college style. But today we can again because you guys missed that, and also this is going out for Deshaun because he's usually always at 1 o'clock. But we didn't even have a group because most of the host people, you guys were doing your thing. All right. So quiz number 3. What's it all about? Going to tell you what is probably towards the end of the class what we're going to do. First thing is let's go back to yesterday. Unions. You got to know this for several questions. What are the Knights of Labor? What do they do? First union, unskilled. Terrence Powderly, what kind of maybe strikes are involved in? The AFL, he said, oh, Mr. Bryce, what's that? We didn't study that labor. That's the American Federation of Labor. All right. So, and I did make a mistake up here, American Rebellion. So I kind of did this fast. It's the American Railway Union, under Eugene V. Debs and 1890s. My bad. 2, strikes, the American Railway Strike, 1877. The Haymarket Affair or Haymarket Right, 1886. And of course, the Pullman Strike in 1894. Legislation, Munn v. Illinois, Wabash v. Illinois, Interstate Commerce Act, Sherman Antitrust Act, then what happened in the case of the U.S. government versus EC9. That's stuff that we already did. It's kind of not anything in a kind of preview mode. All right, you can always ask me questions. Now, things I'm going over a little bit today is, if I can back up here, is the kind of Gilded Age politics. What happened with the under each administration, or at least through the years here, because some of the administrations were shorter than others. That's you, James Garfield, shot in the back. Grant administration, scandal written, the ones we know about Gould and Fisk and the gold ring. You should know Credit Mobilier. Like I say, with the trains, I'm not going to go through. Whiskey ring. Basic thing that happened here was kind of a embezzlement of tax money that should go to the federal government. You had people in Grant administration, the Republicans taking that money, using that money for their campaign. It's what the Democrats have been doing before. They just got into this kind of using some of this tax revenue for campaigning. It's illegal, and they got busted for that. So, but again, another one of those scandals that's added up for against Grant. Belknap, not a very well-known scandal, but scandal nevertheless because it involves the Secretary of War, William Belknap. And he basically he was just taking money as a kind of for a return for appointing somebody to a certain position out into the, under his department. So again, under the Grant administration, knowing those 4 scandals. And then I think you're pretty good about that. Now, under Grant, Panic of 1873. We all know the dot-com. I'm not going to go in there because we've been over that. Mostly caused by over-speculation in railroads, Jay Cook and Company. Crime of 1873. I want to start speaking about this because I'm start kind of getting into chapter 17. That you have your lower silver prices. What that means was that silver was not really taken off the market, so we can just have a more stable gold standard so it wouldn't cause inflation. Farmers love inflation. You're like, Mr. Price, why would they love inflation? It's going to cost them money to buy things. It's for selling their goods, their wheat, their corn. Those things they need high prices for. Bland-Allison Act, 1878, added silver to the Treasury and in circulation, but did not add to inflation. Satisfied some of his, Republican people because they love the gold, did not really satisfy the farmers. So it's really kind of not the solution to what the farming problem was beginning to experience. So just remember these types of things here. Political machines happening under growing here. There's democratic political machines. I spelled political wrong. Way to go, Mr. Price. So, see, this is what happens when you don't set the caps, like, checking for, uppercase. That's what happened to me. You see they're political. You can laugh. I spelled it like political cocoa. Anyway, all right, so the main thing about political machines, they're big city, Republican or Democrat. The most infamous political machine that we will be taking a look at games in New York tomorrow, Tammany Hall. What's Tammany, Mr. Price? I don't understand that strange name. Named after this kind of Indian group that originated in the New York area. All right, so, and that's why they're known for, they use the name Tammany. It's the Democratic political machine in New York City. You read about it in Chapter 11, run by Boss Tweed and his cronies. They are known for bribery and corruption and what we call graft. They don't build a courthouse for New York City. New York City is going to pay them the money for this from using funds from the state government, all right, for this courthouse. So, what is graft? Courthouse estimated cost $2 million. It ended up costing them $15 million or $11 million. They took all the rest of the millions of dollars for themselves, Boss Tweed. Why is it called political machines? They get their people elected. They get the sheriff elected. They get the, a mayor elected, or at least their candidate chosen. They can get you in. And it runs like a machine because they will pay for the votes. They will create the voter fraud that will put the person in that position. All right, we'll discuss this more tomorrow, political machines. All right, rest of the kind of like presidents here, you have, Justin here, Rutherford B. Hayes. You should know about the Compromise of 1877, kind of like what put him in office. That's probably shaky. James Garfield, assassinated in the first year of his being president. And the guy who assassinated said, hey, you promised me a government job. Bam! Shot in the back. And the guy was a little off anyway, because, you're going to go around shooting people because you didn't, promise me a job. Really? All right, so, sorry. But, so Chester A. Arthur, his vice president who becomes president, passes the Pendleton Civil Service Act. And now, even for world history, Confucius says you should not just appoint people to a job. They should be qualified, especially for government jobs or to work around any type of government position. So what they did, you had to take a test. So it begins this kind of thing of stopping this spoil system that Jackson started. The bad part of the spoil system in patronage, you're not hiring the most qualified people or the best people. So hopefully by testing, you're getting some of these lower level government jobs, which are still important jobs for the most qualified people. Grover Cleveland, first only Democratic president in this Gilded Age. He's going to be elected because he beats James G. Blaine, and he's going to be reelected after Benjamin Harris. You see Sherman Silver Purchase Act. Oh, Benjamin Harrison, silver again. Yes, we're going to put silver on the market. All right, help out the struggling farmers, help out struggling common man by maybe creating some prices where people can't get an income they can survive on. But there's a downside to that. Any time of inflation, it kind of slows down productivity because people are not selling the products. The East versus the West, the urban versus the rural. So there's some good and bad. So finally, you guys, we get to Grover Cleveland, like some of the pauses, the Panic of 1893. Panics happen every 20 years. The dot-com. This dot-com is a little bit specific, kind of spell out for you. Collapse of the markets in Europe for wheat, the stock market, and, that's what was causing, this panic. Over speculation in gold and silver, railroads and farming. A lot of over speculation this time. And really mismanagement by the Federal Treasury. They're actually being depleted in their gold reserves. So you really have this mismanagement. And with silver on the market, it slows down the economy. good for farming, but now the farmers are, they might be getting paid, but not really the consumers, which is most of the people that's like living in, around cities and the areas buying goods. So it's a slowdown. Over speculation, gold, silver, railroads, and farming, collapse of markets for wheat, collapse always, again, the stock market is always going to do that. D.com. So I think in a way, even though we got 15 minutes here, I mean, like, I try to like do a more quicker version. I think this kind of wraps it up for you. If you guys have any questions, you can email me, but talk to your fellow classmates. But you should be prepared for quiz number 3, and this will be all involved on quiz number 3. Hey, Mrs. Gambino, how you doing?
Hey, guys.
Thank you for let me use your computer to set this up.
It's
so
my
I sent it to our great Hosa, girls, and Sean too.
Job, yes.
Because they wanted to. They're always usually there for Apush 1.5. So,
absolutely.
So you guys, hopefully you're either looking or listening to this.
Yep. Great job, guys, and have a wonderful day.